good afternoon. My name is Kenneth Norvell, and today I will be talking about why you should participate in team sports. So before we begin, I kind of want to get you guys into the sporty mood, because you ever been to a game, hockey, basketball, football, you hear multiple songs, but there's one song that you usually hear, and that is the "We Will Rock You." So if you could, kind of clear your desk in front of you, and I need you to do something simple. Go like this. Okay, keep that on, and sing with me. We will rock you. Okay, that's it. That's good. Now that I've got you into this sporty mood, I would like to explain why I love sports. I grew up playing sports. My family is big into sports, and the two sports that I played in high school was basketball and football. Although I was not the best on the team, I always gave it my all and tried my best, which sometimes wasn't great enough. And then also, and my topic today is why everyone should play a team sport. And my goal is for the audience, which is you guys, to either join a team sport, which is whether pick up basketball game over on the basketball courts, go to a park and just pick up a game, or when you have your kids, hopefully later on in the future, that you will encourage them to get out and to be in a team sport. And my three main points today are: one is for team sports help you to be healthy, and it helps with life after high school, and as well as it helps benefit younger children. Now, my first picture is of the wonderfully famous Harrison Ford there, and my first topic is team sports are a good way to be healthy. Now, according to the study of the American Preventive Journal of Medicine, being active when you're young helps being more active when you're older, and they did a survey of over 7,000 people, and it was towards the older crowd of how active they were when they're 14 versus how active they were when they're 31. And so that when they were active at 14, they were more active in their adulthood. So that when you're active when you're younger and you're in team sports and you're a go-getter later on in life and in your adulthood, you'll be more active and more healthy. And also, being in a team sport or in sports in general, it allows you to be not only physically healthy, but as well as emotionally healthy. And according to the Aspen Institutes, it helps build your self-esteem, helps with your goal setting, and helps with leadership. Now, as of right now, who here has been in a team sport or played some kind of organized team sport, whether it be just a pickup game or in an actual team? And all of you can say that's probably helped you in one way or another with your discipline, with your goal setting, with just many areas of your life. And that's also what I want to point out to you today. My next picture is of Zac Efron. And of this picture, it's kind of in his High School Musical days. I won't sing that for you. I will spare you the pain of your eardrums. But to him, I wanted him to be a representation of kind of graduating from high school and being a high school athlete. Now, being a high school athlete, according to the U.S. Department of Education, being a high school athlete helps you get not only helps you get into college, but actually helps you through and get a degree. And there's another study, a EY Women Athletic Business Network /ESPNW surveyed over 400 females in the corporate executive world, and they found that 90% of the females were actually in sports, like were in high school sports, and 61% of them actually said that being in sports helped them to achieve where they are at that time. And so in high school sports, it teaches you to be disciplined, not high school sports, but just team sports. It helps you teach discipline where, even when the things get tough, or if you lose a game, or if it's not the most fun time, because I know in the spring training when you're having conditioning, that's the least most fun time of football, because you're out in the hot Florida sun, running around a football field, and it's not the most exciting time. But when you get into the game, when the practicing, when you're running through the plays, and nothing, for all those who have played a team sport, nothing beats the feeling of being on that field and actually being into that game. And so that's what it really helps you with, because it gives you a determination and gives you a will so that you can push through and you can conquer more in life, not just in academically, but in just your whole life in general. That teaches you not to give up when the first sign of trouble comes. My next slide is of little kids playing soccer. And my third thing is being in team sports helps benefit younger children. And of course, it helps them being healthy, but also helps them build character. And by character, it helps them build confidence in themselves. You know what I mean? When they kick a goal or if they score a touchdown. If you ever watch some of the ESPN highlights they'll see like these little Pop Warner kids, and this little kid just chucks a 40-yard bomb, which I still don't know how he does it, and gets a touchdown. Well, he's going to remember that moment for the rest of his life, maybe, because I don't remember what I did in my high school, my younger days. I mean, it helps build confidence. It also helps build relationships. You mean, as you can see, there's two different teams. I don't know if they're one organization or totally different, but I mean, being on team sport, you probably remember some of the players that you've really connected with on the field, whether it be on the opposing team or on the team you were with. You build sometimes life-lasting relationships and sometimes just relationships through the season. It also helps build discipline and respect. I mentioned discipline because when you're in a team sport, there's usually a coach who is over you and telling you what to do, and which really teaches you discipline because even though you don't want to run that lap or you don't want to do those sprints, you have to. And in that same aspect, this builds respect because you have to respect that person in charge, or else you're not going to be on the team no longer. So that really helps. And on a second note, it helps consistent exercise for young children as well as adults helps fight obesity, as well as it helps build the immune system. I know I used to get sick and injured a lot in high school because I went outside a whole bunch and doing different things. But when I graduated from high school and started working outside, I was less sick more. I was less injury prone. And so being outside and having a consistent dose of exercise helps build your immune system, pretty much helps build your whole body. And I remember one time I was sick, and like every time I'd stand up, I'd get real dizzy. And I remember one time I thought he was joking, but he was actually being serious. My dad said, "Well, go outside and weed eat." And I'm thinking, you mean I'm in no shape to go outside and do yard work, but being the person I am, I did. And actually after that, being outside and wasn't really exercising, but I was sitting there working in the sun, which is a good dose of the vitamin D. Very good. You all get an A. A for participation. And that vitamin D really helps build your body into what you are. And my last slide is the finish line. Team sports are just amazing. And I want to encourage you all to go out and to become in a team sport because it helps build discipline, helps you become physically healthy as well as mentally healthy. And I really thank you for your time. Have a great afternoon.